Earlier I said Kiss sucked, so I'll take that back.
For the woman that's doing it, got her own stash. From Holly Berry, Sally Richardson, Stacey Dash. All Venus tennis matches, full linen suit. Next to Lisa Les some WNBA loot. Slide a few mommies on a plane, sipping coladas. Wrote half the album over the sands in the Bahamas. Gotta hurt some things, wanna live like kings. Come sharp for the blue.
You're just not that good.
I had the rates wrong.
You're just not good at rates.
I know what rates I like. I've got that down.
But you're not good at rates.
But I wasn't good at adjusting them for Kiss from where I was at with Race Flight. So I knew which ones felt good, but I didn't have them right on Kiss. Rates matter. Matter a lot. Probably more than PIDs.
More.
So what do I want to talk about for my vlog today? I need a vlog. What should I talk about for my vlog? I think I should talk about what I'm going to talk about.
That's a good thing to talk about.
So we're going to talk about figuring out what I'm going to talk about for my vlog. That will be today's vlog. So paparazzi jewelry. Don't ever let your wife sell paparazzi jewelry. And if you have a daughter and she wants to sell it, definitely don't let her sell paparazzi jewelry. What happens is this. They get addicted to buying the jewelry for themselves. So much so that they decide that they will be a reseller for it because they can get it cheaper. And then they can make some money selling the stuff that they like. But what happens is this. They borrow the money off of you. They have to pay you back whatever they borrowed. But then they keep so much of it, they have a hard time selling it in order to pay you back. And so you're constantly waiting to be paid back the hundreds of dollars that they spent on the jewelry. All that being said, you can make a profit with it. And they do make a profit with it, and they have paid me back. So I can't complain entirely, but I still can complain. This was his idea, so if you see my wife or my daughter, you can blame him.
Oh, thank you.
So, these are my goggles.
You're having a crappy vlog.
This is a crappy vlog day.
Yeah.
That's all right. You gotta have a crappy vlog every so often. So, my goggles, I did mod them the other day, and I got to test them when I was in Arkansas because it was about 4 bazillion degrees and about 200% humidity. I'm not joking. It was actually 100% humidity every day that we were there for 4 days, and it was going to be 100% humidity for like the next week after we left. So I feel for those people. God, that temperature was awful. It was 100 degrees and 100% humidity. Awful. So, but before I left, I modded my goggles and I put me a fan in. Maybe you can see my fan down there. So yeah, so I got a fan in there now. And so my room was like freezing cold because the AC either really worked great in my room or it didn't work at all. And so several times when I'd go out to fly, it had been working great, and my goggles had been in the room all day, and so they were freezing cold. And you come out into the humidity and of course and the heat, and you know they would fog up normally, but as soon as I turned the fan on there, whoop, fog was gone. My glasses didn't fog up any in my goggles flying with the humidity. So bam, that was awesome. So I'll put a link to the fan that I used, and all I did was, it can run off 12 volts, and I run my goggles off 12 volts. So basically run it direct, and I put a switch. I got a switch, I can turn it off if I need to, but I have it on all the time whenever it's plugged in. All right, that's item 2. So paparazzi goggle mod. Item 3, flying. This is my Kiss build. So I hadn't flown it in months and months and months. The last time that I flew it, it felt funky. Like it flew really weird. And I didn't have my GoPro on while I was doing it that day, and I think the missing weight was affecting it. So I hadn't been flying it because it just felt weird and I didn't feel like fool with it. And then the lens on the camera and stuff was like all smeary and it wasn't clean, and so you couldn't see very well. So finally, was it yesterday that I messed with this? It was yesterday, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so yesterday I decided to get this thing back out and try to get it back up to par, so I have a second quad to fly. And so I took the lens out, replaced the lens, and the camera angle was ridiculous. It was like 45 degrees, 50 degrees maybe. And so I did try to fly it that way initially after replacing the lens. I can't fly with that kind of angle anymore. I used to fly that way, but I couldn't fly with it. The quad just felt really weird to me in the air. All the maneuvers felt completely foreign. So took it all apart, fixed the lens correctly. I was going to replace the camera because it has kind of a little bit of a jiggle like on the sensor sometimes, but I put some foam in there and I took care of it for the most part. Still occasionally it does it, but it's not too bad. Anyway, so fixed the lens, and I did the same kind of mod for the GoPro mount that I did for my son's, because he has one of these 45-degree mounts too. I had a couple of them, and we modeled it so we could bring the camera angle down. So that's what I did. And so when flying it, still felt really weird. And tune-wise, the video looked good, but it just didn't feel right. It still felt weird flying. So I went and looked at the rates, messed with those, flew again. It was a little better, but still felt kind of funky. So I found this nifty tool. Thank you, Joshua Bardwell, for linking to it. And thank you, Chris, whatever your last name is, I don't remember. I want to say Simpson. I can't remember 100% sure. I will link to it. And if I can find your channel, I'll link to your channel as well. With that, I was able to convert my race flight rates over to KISS rates, and it flies just like I want it to now. In a lot of ways, maybe better. It could just be the extra power of the motors. Ran out of battery. Always charge your GoPro battery. That's item number 4 on my vlog. All right, so talking about just got this thing all converted over, flying like I want it to. In a lot of ways, it's flying better than my other one. I think a lot of it has to do with the motors. They got a little more oomph than the cheap-ass motors I've got, which those motors are fine, I like them. But these have a little more oomph, and I think that helps in some cases. And then the other aspect of it is it's got a KISS flight control. Overall, pretty happy with it. This may end up become my main quad because it's just a lot faster.
I'm so horrible at holding onto a camera.
Yeah.
Like, I hate holding on to cameras.
Just
you were lazy earlier. Thank you very much.
Just 90%. Yeah, I was lazy, so this will be item. So my camera, this is the camera I'm talking about here. Something, either the sensor or whatever inside of it is slightly loose. So I put some foam in there, which kind of holds in place. And this last flight, it was actually pretty good. It didn't like jitter around. But anyways, I was going to replace the camera, but I don't feel like taking this thing all apart, disconnecting the wires in there, resoldering, and I don't feel like doing that. What keeps beeping?
I'm not hearing a beep.
I keep hearing a beeping, like a doot, 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 doot. It sounds just like my GoPro.
I don't know. I'm not hearing a beep.
Maybe something else got a GoPro.
I think you're going crazy because I haven't heard any beeps.
Maybe I am going crazy. Anyway, so, I don't know, what is it, 5 items on my vlog today? Oh yeah, so let's talk about this. So, airports and getting through security on airports. Not very difficult. So I managed to do that successfully. And thanks to all the people on the Road to Riot group who gave me lots of good tips. Yeah, so that's pretty straightforward. Basically, you just need to make sure your batteries have caps on them, cover over all your connectors, put them like in a separate bag so that you can pull them out and run them through separate. And then you basically just, you set your quad down in one. I had to put my goggles in one case, and in one case I didn't. Open your bag up. Make sure you don't have any of these crazy tools in there. This was in my check bag, not in here. So the only thing I had in my bag was my quad, my goggles, my lipos, and a bag here like this, and some props. So, and if you do that, it's pretty straightforward. You get through there pretty easily and no problems. This bag fits great up in the top, but I couldn't keep my quad on top of it. In some cases, I was able to sit my quad beside of it because there was enough room. And then in the other cases, I just kind of held onto it in my hand as my other carry-on item. You could put it down below the seat in front of you there if you wanted, or just hold onto it. It's basically like a handheld phone. They don't care as long as you hold onto it. But yeah, and I think that will wrap it up. I think that's enough items for the vlog.
Yeah.
So I will leave you with.
That was your phone.
That was my phone. Now see, I'm not hearing things. So that was probably Discord app, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Oh, I hate the Discord app.
I think that was probably it.
I hate the Discord app. I had uninstalled it because I was in this one group for a phone game where it's mobile, and it would be bzz, 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 bzz. I had to complete turn off my notifications.
And I will see you guys in the next video. Go out, do something good for somebody. Go be inspiring for somebody. Peace.